Linear equations in one variable. The general form for the linear equations in one variable is expressed in this manner, where a, b, and c are all considered to be constant, and the remaining coefficient, in this case x, is what we know as the variable. This is the simplest form of a linear equation. As for why it's called linear, it anchors on the variable. See the variable here, x, and its exponent is just 1. Notice that the exponent is 1, and this is also why in other references, linear equation in one variable is also called as first-degree equations. But first, let us do not forget that for this to be present, a should never become 0, because if a is 0, your equation will no longer be considered as linear. Let us consider these 4 examples here and notice their differences. For the first example, it's not a linear equation for the reason that it doesn't have an equality. The second example here, you might notice that you have an x with an exponent of 1, but if you're going to apply the loss of exponent here, it's not a linear equation since it could be expressed in this manner, where the exponent is not 1, but actually it's negative 1. Again, it's not linear. For the third example here, you might notice that the variable's exponents are also 1, but since our concept is linear equations in one variable, this is not an example, for the very simple reason that we have 2 different variables here. And the 2 variables here are actually x and y. As for the last example, you might be wondering that there are also 2 variables, but this is actually an example of a linear equation in one variable, for the very simple reason that even if there are 2 variables, they are actually the same. In connection to the linear equation in one variable, we also need to understand a solution. Well, the solution is not the same as the very lengthy process that we need to do in order to get an answer. The solution here is simply the value of the variable, which can make this general form true. And for linear equations in one variable, the number of solutions that we could come up with is only 1. This is all about linear equations in one variable. For the next videos, please stay tuned, subscribe to the channel. Goodbye, everyone.